Hey, good afternoon, Paul. Armor here. It is Wednesday. Busy day. Coming to you a little bit later in the day. Going to be talking about an easy side hustle, best side hustle for 2024. I've been talking about this for a while. So if you've been watching me for a while, you know what I'm talking about already. But, I always try to bring up different insights and different stories and, things I've learned over the years into this but I essentially am sharing you something that could definitely add more income to your bank account, to your household by doing a very, very simple task anybody and everybody can do. So let me just make sure I have the sound so I don't record a whole video and nobody's can hear me because I did that before. That was fun. All right, sounds good. Sounds like we're there's sound. So let me know where you're coming from or tuning in from. How's the weather? I can tell you it's pretty hot here where I'm at. So it's been a busy day. Wednesdays usually are, especially today. I had to go to the chiropractor for an adjustment. Still working on this whole back issue. That the injury happened back in late February. Got really bad, really on St. Patrick's Day, the day after, or I couldn't sit, stand, or walk. And the only thing I could do was this easy side hustle. This side hustle I'm sharing with you. Before I get to that though, I want to share something. And I posted this today. Just I don't know, it's just on my mind. And I know it probably doesn't go over well for a lot of people, but I really do believe that if people would just take this advice, it would save them a lot of time. It'd save them a lot of money. It would save them a lot of headaches, a lot of frustration. You name it, it would save them a lot. And it's basically just saying stop getting duped for joining things that are perceived to be easy. Like if you are making the decision to join an opportunity because you think it's going to be easy, you're getting duped. You're going to get duped almost 100% of the time. And, I can speak from experience. I've been online for nearly 13 years. March will be 13 years. Experienced a lot. And I've made that mistake more times than I want to admit, where I decided to join a program because I thought it was going to be easy, or I thought that it was easy, meaning that other people would want to do it because it was easy. And it's the wrong reason to do something. It's the wrong reason. And almost every time you are going to get duped. Why do people join these programs where they say, oh, do nothing and get paid, right? Do nothing. Do nothing. You get paid all this money. Why do people join these programs? It's a great question, and it's very easy to do because you want to get out, you want to believe that it's possible, right? You want to believe that, oh, there is something that exists that, I just push a button and it goes out, it does everything for me, and I'm going to get rich doing absolutely nothing. And maybe somewhere out there that exists, maybe someone does that. But in my experience, I haven't ever done that. In fact, every single time I have been duped, I have got that idea in my head, like, oh wow, it's going to be easy. It turned out being nothing but a time suck, like a massive waste of time, money, and because all the time I spent thinking this thing was going to pay off, right? It was going to do what they said it was going to do, and then it didn't do it. Like I could have been doing something else. So what I say to do instead is, and don't worry, I'm going to get to the side hustle. I'm just sharing with you my thoughts about this, and I really do believe if you follow this advice, it's going to save you a lot of frustration, a lot of time, a lot of money. You probably won't, but this is just based on my experience. I mean, if you go and read books on subjects of, personal growth and things like that, they probably say the same thing. Like, the easy road is doesn't lead to riches. It doesn't. Fast money, goes. It vanishes. It doesn't last, right? The whole idea of like, oh, I have to do nothing. I can do nothing to get rich. It's just stupid. You know, it's like rewarding the lazy. Lazy don't get rewarded. So um, if you just get it out of your head that it's going to be easy, because Grant Cardone said this thing, and it really stood out to me. He said, you're always going to have to give more effort, more time, and more money, no matter what. You'll always underestimate how much time, how much money, and how much effort it's going to take. So if you keep that in mind, you will probably stop making these decisions. Just do this, okay? The next time you're approached with an opportunity, and that opportunity looks easy, like you're thinking in your head, oh, this is going to be easy, go run the other way. You are not joining that opportunity for the right reasons. You're joining that opportunity because you perceive it to be easy, which it won't be. It never is. So instead, just acknowledge that it's probably going to be more difficult, more challenging than you thought, and understand you're probably going to have to do a lot more work than you thought, than you estimated. It's probably going to take more time than you estimate. And if you go into it with that attitude, it's going to be completely different for you. You're not going to be thinking, oh, it's going to be easy and I don't have to do anything and wasting your time. Like, it's like a damn plague online. Like, everywhere you look, like, people are just falling for this crap. Like, it's just insane to me. Like, go read the book of Proverbs and get some wisdom. Like, seriously. But again, I've made those mistakes, and I'm doing my best not to make those mistakes anymore. I'm doing my best not to get distracted and pulled away from what it is I'm after, right? I'm doing my best to do that. And one more thing I'm going to say, and then I'm going to go into what the best side hustle of 2024 is. Again, you probably already know. If you've watched my videos at all, you probably already know. If you've gotten started, great. If you haven't, what are you waiting for? I've been paid 18 times now. I just got paid again last night. What are you waiting for? Like, I don't know. Wait until I get to 30. Like, what's the magic number for you? Anyway, lost my train of thought now. But I was saying, the easy road is never the right road. It just isn't. And that's in all aspects of life. Yeah, we want simple. Yes, we want simple processes. Yes, the side hustle, I could throw easy in front of it because it really doesn't require any real skills, but it does require work. You do have to do the work. You do have to show up, put in the time, and do the work, right? And that's a scary thing for a lot of people, right? They just want it to be easy, do nothing, push button, right? Make money out of thin air for no reason at all, right? If that was true, don't you think everybody would be doing it, right? But what else? I had this other thought I wanted to share with you, and I just lost it. So anyway, let me get to it. Let me just share this. Like I said, today's been a very busy day. Today is a busy day. We have if what I share with you about this side hustle doesn't do it justice, like, you still need to see more, and you've watched the 4-minute video and all this stuff, we have a live presentation happening tonight. Just reach out to me for the link, or you can go to, what is it, theletterzoom.com, and that's at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. theletterzoom.com. Reach out to me just in case I got that wrong. I can get you the link, get you the info. But that's going to go through everything. And if you can't make it, when you go to the page where it has the 4-minute video that I'm referring to, which I haven't shown you yet, so you may not know what I'm talking about, there's a full presentation on there where you can learn everything you need to know. And then if you have extra questions, feel free to ask. You can text me, you can message me, whatever you want to do. So what am I talking about with this best side hustle? Okay, I've been paid 18 times now. 18 times now doing that. Here's my next batch of letters right here. So for the day, I got 30 right here done. Okay. And what we're doing, and I'm not going to go through everything here. I'm just going to do this pretty quick because I don't want to be here all day, to be honest. I got other things to do. Like I said, we have a live presentation tonight. So I got to get ready for that. But anyway, we're writing short letters, less than 100 words, to large companies. And those large companies will pay you up to $5 per letter. They must be handwritten letters, meaning you write it like it's printed basically, but you write it. You have to write it. You can't have your son or daughter write it. You can't have someone else write it for you. You have to write it. You write it from the comfort of your home in your own time. Like I was watching the Olympics today again, writing letters. And then, I mean, that's pretty cool, right? You can just watch whatever you want. Maybe you're not into the Olympics, but you can watch whatever you want and do this, right? From home. Like you don't have to leave your house. Then it takes 4 to 6 minutes per letter, depending on your speed. So if you write fast, you might be able to do more. And that includes the stamp. So what are the skills? I'm just going to say nothing other than if you can write, you can do this. If you write, follow simple instructions, you can do that. Okay, so let's just leave that alone. And here's, what you can make. And it's pretty laid out for you. It's pretty straightforward. If you write 10 letters, again, this is less than 100 words, you're writing the same thing over and over again. You don't have to be that intelligent to do this. I'm just saying, like, this is not complicated whatsoever. Anybody and everybody can probably do this. Unless they can't write, then they couldn't do it, right? But 10 letters a day, 5 days a week, that's 250 a week. That's an extra $1,000 a month from you simply writing letters at home in your own time. 20, 2,000 a month, 30, 3,000 a month. And this is based on 5 days a week. Could you do more? Like I do 7 days a week. Could you do more? Absolutely. Right. 60 letters a day. We do have people that do that. 1,500 a week, 6,000 a month. Again, could you do more? Absolutely. Could you double up? This is what's cool about this. Could you double up? So could you have your spouse doing this too? So now you double your income, right? Pretty awesome, right? So there's that. And we actually have someone that writes 100 letters a day. It's insane, right? 100 letters. I can't even imagine. I do 30. I'm good with that. I'm going to give you a tip. A lot of people come to me. They ask me. I've been doing this since early January, and they ask me like, so how many letters do you write? They always want to ask me like, how many do? I do 30 a day. That's what I do. I started with 10. So what I recommend you do when you decide to get started, click the link below, go ahead and get started, create your customer account. So you can get access to the training, so you can get access to our live Q&A sessions twice a week, so you can get access to our community, so you can have a template team check over your letters, make sure you're doing it correctly. That's why you do that. But anyway, I get asked this quite often, like, how many do you do? And when I first started, really wasn't any evidence. Like only the people that put the program together, I knew they had written, and that was it. Like I didn't know anything else. Like I'd never heard of this before. I didn't know you could do this. I didn't know companies paid you to write letters. Like I didn't know. Or maybe I never heard of it, So maybe you have. I don't know. I know some people had before they put this program together, but I never did. So anyway, again, I lost my train of thought. My main point though here is this is simple. I watch people every single day of the week, killing themselves, trying to get sales in their companies to make a commission. And all they got to do, and they'll probably make more money doing it, is write some letters. Like kind of blows my mind that people choose. And I'm not against recruiting. Like I recruit. That's what I do. I'm not against it, but I'm just saying, like, if you're struggling to make decent income, like I see trainers out there telling people to make $1,000. You make your first $1,000. Well, cool. right? That's awesome. But it's $1,000 really going to pay your bills? Like, and you have to kill yourself to do it. So, I mean, you're going to have to overcome a lot of things that, you know, I should make a list of that, right? But anyway, you have to overcome a lot, right? You have to overcome rejection. You have to overcome the fear of what people think about you, right? And you have to learn how to make videos and brand yourself. And there's all kinds of things you have to do in order to be consistently bringing in sales that the majority of people out there are not going to do. That's a fact. Like they're not. So, and that's okay. But just understand that if you don't do those things, you're not going to get paid. And it doesn't matter how many programs you join. It doesn't matter how many times people tell you, oh, yeah, this is easy. You don't have to do anything. That's not going to change unless you change. So, why not just write letters? Like, don't even bother with it. You don't have to talk to people. You don't have to make videos. You don't have to do any of it. You don't have to get rejected. Write letters. Get paid. That's it. Okay. So, pretty much all I'm going to talk about today. I don't really have too much to say, and I could just ramble on forever. Trying to think if there's anything else I wanted to talk about, but I'm going to leave you with this. All right. This has paid me 18 times. Okay. I started in January. It's not hard to do. Like I said, I started with 10. Oh, I just remembered what I was talking about. People ask me all the time, how many letters do I write? And by the way, okay, I know I'm a little all over the place, but you go do some live videos and see where you're at. If you haven't done that, you go do it and see where you're at when you're making content. Sometimes your mind wanders a little bit. Sometimes something happens that throws you off a little bit. It's a little different. But anyway, people ask me all the time how many letters do I write, and I'd say, all right, well, I write 30 a day. But I didn't start there. I started with 10. I went to 20. When I got hurt, I went to 30 because I couldn't do anything else. What I recommend you do when you decide to get started is, choose a number of letters that you can do consistently. This works for me. So for me, I'm like, okay, I could do 30. It's doable for me, right? When I first started, okay, I could do 10. I wanted to test it out. I wanted to see how it felt for me to do the 10, right? Because I've never done it before. Once I was like, well, yeah, I could do 10. That's not a problem. Then I went to 20, right? I got to 20. I'm like, yeah, I could do 20. It's not too bad. I get in the habit of doing it. And then when I got hurt, I did 30. And 30 was a little bit of a stretch for me. At first, I was like, man, that's a lot, And some people laugh at me. Oh, 30 is nothing. I do that in like a half hour, No, I don't think anybody does it in a half hour. But my advice, so you stay consistent, is to choose a number that is doable for you. That's not going to kill you to do, right? Because if it's too much, you'll maybe do it for a few days, maybe a week, but you will fall off. So it's better to do fewer consistently than a whole bunch and then fall off. So that's just my advice of how I do it, because that works for me. What I also do, and I'll give you another tip, what I also do is I set aside the number I'm going to do. So typically what I do is I pull out my index cards, because you need an envelope, you need an index card. Those are the two things basically we're writing on. So I'll pull out my 30 index cards and I'll set those aside. So those are ready to go the next day. Sometimes if I have some downtime, I'll take the step and I'll fill at the top first. So in the morning when I wake up, I'm ready to go. I just fill at the bottom. So that's just kind of how I do. I do it in different parts, and some people like to do it all at once. It's really just a matter of what you want to do. But when it comes to consistency, and this is in anything, choose a number that you can do. Maybe it stretches you a little, but it's not going to make you so miserable that you're just going to fall off completely. Because what will happen is, I see this all the time, when people come in and they're like, oh, I'm going to write 60 a day. I'm going to write 80 a day. And they do that for a week, maybe if they make it, and then they fall off. So choose something you can do. You're going to get better at it as you do it. I also recommend, like, maybe at the beginning, you're really focused on it because you want to make sure you do it right. But as you get going, like, you could probably start watching TV, or not watching, listen to music. Like, I could talk on the phone right now. Like, so, it's not that difficult for me to do anymore. But when I was first starting, like, all my focus was on that. I couldn't listen to anything because I didn't want to mess up. But once you get it down, it's like, oh, it's easy. So that's all I got for today. Click the link. Here it is, just in case you don't see it. Click on that link. Go ahead and get started. You're going to see a page that looks just like this. And that page is going to go to this one here, which is going to show you a short 4-minute video, which is pretty much going to go over the whole process. Get people asking me, what's the process? Watch the video. Full presentation if you need more information. If you want to know how you can participate in the referral program, what that pays, how you can make extra money by sharing this, you can watch the comp plan video. And you can't see that because I have this on here. So let me pull that off there. Okay, let me go over this again. Full presentation right here. Watch that. So watch this first. Watch full presentation if you need more information, because testimonial in there, there's, you're going to learn more about the process and everything. If you want to know about the referral program, go here, comp plan, right? And then you can get started right here. Okay, that's it. That's all I got. Thanks for watching. I'll see you on the next one.